Hi guys, and welcome back to the world of 28mm. Okay, in this week's episode we're going to be taking a look at some more trees, specifically some deciduous green trees. Okay, so let's head down to the table and we'll crack on. First of all, once again, I just want to go through what we're going to be using to create our foliage on our trees. So in front of me here I've got them in a spice bottles this time. Are the knock mid green and dark. So we can see there, got some, I'll get that in shot for you. We've got some dark tone there, we've got the mid tone, and we've got the light, which actually says oregano, but it's not, I promise. Okay, so we've got the three mid tone for the leaves, and this is going to work very much like the autumn set. We're going to use the dark for the shaded areas, the mid tone all over, and the light tone to break it up a little bit. I've also got, I'm undecided whether I'm going to use it or not, I've got some of the yellow from the autumn pack as well, so to break up that green a little bit, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I'll use that yet. Okay, so I'm going to go and hit the tree up now that we know what foliage we're using. I'm going to hit it up with the fast tack spray that I used in all my other tree tutorials, and we'll come back and we'll make this tree look all pretty. Alright, see you in a sec. So this time round with this tree, what I've done is I've created a main canopy on the top, and then I've had some feedback from my previous ones, and they were saying they were lacking lower foliage. You know, make sure one of these branches at the bottom has its own wire wall substructure, and you know, it's on its own. Anyway, so I've done that there. I'm not sure, you can't really make it out too well, but this bottom piece here is separate from the substructure up here, so we're going to have a main canopy. Oh, my fingers are stuck to it. That comes down here. Bring that out a bit. Main canopy that comes across here and goes across this branch, and then we've got this independent bit of foliage here. Okay, so first of all, the same as the autumn trees, we're going to take our dark tone first. So I've got all pre-prepped here, and we're just going to choose the darker areas. So in this case I'm going to go for the recess in between the top canopy and the lower foliage, so there'll be some darker shades in there. Now, always remember, when you're working with this, work it very sparsely, only put little bits on. There, you can see there, it's very little I've put on. Don't create any hot spots, and always, oh, like I just did there, oh well, never mind. Don't create any hot spots, like I was saying, and work on your dark tone and your light tone first. So I'll put a little bit more in that recess there, a little bit in there because that's a bit recessed. Bulk that out a little bit more. Let's have a little bit of dark tone up there as well, because there's a hole in the canopy. And a little bit in there, and then that'll do. There. So there's your first, come on, focus. There's your first load of foliage on there, your dark tone. And you can see, like I say, it's very light. I haven't created hot spots or anything like that. So we're going to go in with our light tone now. So we'll put this dark tone to one side, and we're going to pick out all the high areas, so where the sun's going to hit it the most, which will mainly be up the top. So once again, sprinkle it very lightly, don't create any hot spots. And with this tacky spray, because it stays tacky for quite a while after, if you're not happy, I found when I first did the first few with these leaves, I found them a bit too dark green, and that's just because there's a shade of the mid-tone, so I just went over it again with a bit more of this light tone, and it just broke it up a little bit. So have some around the edges there, bit of light tone because that foliage is poking out. Please don't judge me because I'm talking to myself. We'll just have some more. I'll put the top. Up there. Sprinkle there. I'm going to have a sprinkle, a little bit more down here. There. Right, so there's our mid-tone. It's starting to take shape now, isn't it? Okay, so we've got quite a lot on the top because that's where the sun's going to be hitting it the most, and then I've put a little bit in the middle, but I've mainly gone around like the edges here because once again that's where the light will be hitting it properly. Pull that back a bit so you can see it properly. Alright, now we're just going to go with our mid-tone. I'll put that away. And same rule, we want to hold it quite high up, and we want to give this a bit more of a generous coating than we have with the other two. Still don't create hot spots or anything like that. You don't want to turn it from nice varied greens into one, I think the word's monotone, you know, one colour. And you want to go everywhere with this, everywhere on the tree. I'll put some more in the lid. Now, unlike the cherry blossom, we're only going to really hit this up just the once. You can do it twice if you want to. It's just I don't really feel the need to. Once you've got this mid-tone green down, you know, if you put any more layers on, it's just going to get greener and greener until it doesn't look very realistic at all. And I think that'll just about do it for the mid-tone. Got a good coverage there without going over the top. Give it a tap off. And there you have it, guys. There's a deciduous green tree. Now, just to finish it off, we just want to sort of accent that this is a separate part from the canopy, and at the minute it kind of, you can tell it's separate, but it's kind of sort of moulded in. So what I'm going to do is just take a pair of scissors, and we're just going to take a couple of little bits off to separate it from that bottom branch. You can see, hopefully you can see, I'm only, getting shot, sorry. I'm only taking a smidgen off. Out you come. There we go. Just chop that there. Right, so we can now see that that is not part of the main canopy. And then you can also you can see one wiggling at the top there with my badge shaking. We've got a few little loose strands across there, so we're just going to come in with our scissors. Get a sharp pair for this because you are cutting through wire wool, but we're just going to come in and just trim those off, give it a bit of a haircut. Oh, that's my phone. Landline's going. And there, we just give it a bit of a trim. There, okay, that's I'm quite happy with that. So there's your deciduous green tree. Okay, so I'll put some pictures up, and I'll see you in the outro. Alright, see you in a sec. And there you go, guys, there's this week's episode. I hope you've enjoyed making some deciduous green trees with me. So the usuals for the video: like it if you've liked it, share if you think anyone else would like to see it, don't forget to subscribe for the next episode. Have fun, guys.